Table. We're going to start the toast.
This is on. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Matthew, and I'm Michael's twin brother, excuse me. First of all, I want to say congratulations to the newlyweds. It was a beautiful ceremony, and thank you for letting us all be a part of it. Secondly, I'd like to thank the parents and credit cards who helped make tonight possible. Well, while I don't really remember ever meeting Michael, we've been best friends from the beginning. We've been womb mates, we've been roommates, and of course, moved across the country together. There's basically nothing we haven't done together. We've dressed alike, we've played almost all the same sports together, went to the same college, and shared so many friends that this basically feels like it's my wedding. Now, there are countless stories about Michael that I could tell you tonight. I could tell you stories about how he wrecked a four-wheeler and never told anybody. Shocking. Now everybody knows. I could tell you stories about the amount of hours he plays video games and which one is his favorite. It's called PUBG, for anybody who wants to know. I could tell you stories about his first attempt at bench pressing 200 pounds in college, and he failed. But I'd rather tell you about one story that still rings true today. In elementary school, we were both on the basketball team at Lexington Elementary. Our mom worked at the school, so we would often hang around the gym until she was ready to leave. I was definitely not as good as Michael was at basketball. But in my mind, but I was on the team and it was fun. We were shooting around one day after school, and in my mind, Michael was just thinking about everything he threw up to the basket, which is ridiculous because he definitely can't do that now. I, on the other hand, would have been considered a professional bricklayer and should have never picked up a basketball again. Well, heck, in 5th grade, if you made more than one basket, you're basically a star, right? I don't remember much else about shooting around that day, or any other day we might have done that, but I do remember this. On that specific day, I walked right up to my brother. I'm not doing that. And told him how much I looked up to him. I'm so sorry. In my head, he was really a star. If he could shoot and score, he could do anything. Now, who knows what I was thinking? 2003 me could have been thinking that a small town kid could make it big in the NBA, and I wanted him to remember me and maybe pass down a check or two. I actually think this was one of the earliest times that God entered my life and said, "Your brother is special to you. Say something to him." And while this moment was just a few seconds 16 years ago, it is a strong memory to me today and one that I will never forget. I looked at my brother and told him how much I looked up to him. I knew that even though he'd only been in this world 1 minute longer than I had, I would always look up to my older brother. I've never said that again to this day, but even today, I look up to my brother Michael. Moving on to something I will not cry about, but something I do care about is Liz. I said I care about you. Oh, you look absolutely stunning and are a beautiful bride. I may have written this in my speech already before I even saw you tonight, but I definitely would have said it either way. I'm not sure how many of you know this, but Michael, Liz, and I were born in the same hospital. Seems like that might have been mentioned. Maybe. Something like that. So the two of them getting together seems sort of destined to be. I remember seeing Liz back in middle school when she came to join our band from the other school she went to. I honestly don't think I actually met or talked to Liz until high school when we both went to the same school. Michael took a much larger notice of Liz when they first began to date. Obviously. I, of course, got to know Liz more from hanging around her during band. We had a couple classes together over the years, and the parties that she hosted were always really fun. Over the years, I got to know Liz better and see what she loves and what she invests her time in. I know she loves everything Disney, She loves her dogs. She loves her cat. She loves Michael's cat. She loves pumpkin spice lattes, and I think she could drink one about every single day. Maybe wants one right now. She loves pageants and traveling and the beach and her family. Out of all these things, though, there's one thing that she loves more: the TV show Friends. And my brother, of course, but that's probably a tie. Liz, I want to officially welcome you into the Ensemble family. To the two of you, I wish you the happiest marriage full of love, laughter, and happiness. Let us all raise a glass to the newlyweds, and may God bless your marriage forever. Cheers.
Oh, well. Good heavens. All right. I'll give you a second. Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Shelby, and I'm the Maid of Honor. So I didn't have the pleasure of meeting Elizabeth when she was growing up, but I did have the pleasure of meeting Elizabeth almost 7 years ago when she moved to Florida and started working for Disney. We played sisters, and somewhere along the lines, we really started to become sisters. And we got to meet Michael, too, as he was also one of our coworkers. Now, I could gush all night about Michael and Elizabeth, but I'm sure you all have your own stories about how perfect they are for each other and what fun times you've had with them. So instead, I thought it would be fitting to give the newlywed couple some advice from what brought Elizabeth and I together. And if you haven't caught on by now, Elizabeth and I know each other from the movie Frozen. She was Elsa, and I was Anna. And we can say that now. And for those of you that don't know the movie Frozen, it's been out for 7 years, so I don't really know why. And the next few minutes probably won't make sense to you, so I apologize. Maybe 1 minute. So on to my advice. The movie Frozen gives some great love advice, and I want to pass it along to you if you don't remember. So, love is a force that is powerful and strange. Don't shut each other out. Always finish each other's gluten-free sandwiches. Love is just like an open door. Love will thaw even a frozen heart. Some people are in fact worth melting for. And my personal favorite, which I had forgotten about until I had to rewatch the movie to do this. Love is putting someone else's needs before yours. Never forget that. We all love you. And if you could all raise your glasses, I'd like to toast to the happy couple.
Yay, thank you.
You're a maid of honor.
Grazie.
Well, first off, thank everyone for coming out tonight to celebrate the union of Michael and Elizabeth. However, I am a little disappointed with the turnout. No one wore a Halloween costume, and I was hoping at least somebody had the balls to do it. With most of us being from the Indiana area, a lot of us have relocated as life takes us away. It's been nice getting to see old family and friends that you may have not connected with for a while. For me, I've been asked many times, how's flying, how's work? And I have to choke back the initial dad joke of saying, you know, it's got its ups and its downs. But the more that I think of it, something so simple as highs and lows or ups and downs perfectly describes the complexities of life that they're about to undertake together. Now, with me being the younger brother, I've witnessed a lot of highs and lows of Elizabeth's life. We're going to talk about a few of them. So for the first 2 years, 2 months, and 1 day of her life, things were fantastic. Only child, all the attention, everything was going according to plan. However, the next day something changed. She became a big sister. Don't say all yet. So now she had somebody to fight for attention. And she may not look like it. There's a string of violence in her. I wish I would have coordinated to have the video up on the screen. But let me set the stage. Location, Scottsburg, Indiana. Circa 1996, 1997. I'm a little toddler sitting on the floor playing with Hot Wheels. Out of nowhere, Elizabeth, like a middle linebacker on a blitz, comes around the corner, lowers the shoulder, takes me out, streamlines out of the room. Then she had the gumption to turn back around, come in all shocked, and say, "Oh, Betty, what happened?" It's a devious little devil sitting inside there. Now, as we grew up, we grew closer and closer. Once she figured out she could trick me into playing dress up, things changed. So before tonight and Michael got to marry Elizabeth, she had practiced this hundreds and hundreds of times. As I know Bailey and Jordan can attest to, play wedding was probably her favorite. And I, most of the time, was the unwilling groom. As we got older and older, she became less of a tyrant. And we actually grew to be extremely close, almost awkwardly close, as many would probably say. Michael even said it in his vows, that Elizabeth is selfless to the point that she will do things to make others happy when it doesn't make herself happy. One example is when we would always get balloons as kids. I'd walk straight out, I'd let mine go. And then I would be crying. And then, without fail, she would always give me her balloon. And it wasn't that she didn't want it, that she knew I did, even though she knew within 5 minutes I was letting that one go too. As we grew older, yet again even closer. Sorry. Now let me get to what I prepared. So by law, Michael became a brother today, but that's just not the truth. The way they've been together and how close they are, he's been a member of the family for the longest time. I don't want to cry. We'll make it better then, single ladies. So this whole year, as many can say, has been a down. With the coronavirus and everything, many people are out of work. This has been a really downer of a year. But I can say for everyone here tonight, witnessing the love that you two have for each other, this is an up. This is a win for the good guys. And all that I ask is that in the roller coaster of life, we hope that it is plentiful of the ups and the downs are fleeting. I can say that, Michael, you got a good one, Elizabeth. To Michael and my best friend, congratulations. I love you both. Talk now?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this time we're going to welcome